Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom.
Developer interviews.
Hello, my name is Neil Ticktin. I'm the editor-in-chief and publisher of MacTech magazine, and these are the TUAW MacTech developer interviews. We're talking with folks, developers in particular, about some of the announcements and stuff that Apple has been making over the course of this year, and talking about what's coming for the later part of this year, how it impacts them, and how it impacts you. With us now is Victor Broido. He's the COO of DigiDNA. That's funny, I got DigiDNA right, but COO was hard. So Victor, welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So as I alluded to in here, Apple has been starting to give us information about what OS 10 is going to look like with Maverick, and then also, of course, iOS 7, Mac Pro. There's a bunch of things that they're telling us is going to be coming over the course of this year. And we're going to hear more and more details as time goes on. But from what we know so far, what are you most excited about? What are the things that are your favorite features or your favorite pieces of information that's been coming out of them?
Well, the first thing I'd say that was like the most impressive is the number of different things coming out.
Right.
I think the whole and the impression we have, like Apple's like really coming back with fun and innovation was like what was the most impressive thing to me.
Yeah.
Now the MacBook Pro is just amazing. The Mac Pro is amazing. The MacBook Air refresh is really cool.
Yep.
I was expecting that personally, so I'm pretty glad about that. And naturally, iOS 7 is a great deal for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're quite happy that Mavericks is in line with what was
with iOS and what's coming along the pike. Yeah. It's been interesting because a lot of iOS's developments have come from what's happened on the Mac side over time, and it's based on OS 10, right? But now what we're starting to see is more and more these last couple of OS releases on the Mac. You're seeing stuff come from the iOS side back to the OS 10 side of things, and it's interesting to see them get closer to closer in a lot of ways. So tell me a little bit about what DigiDNA is doing these days.
Basically, what we do is like we connect Macs and PCs. We'll actually also work with PCs, the desktops to iOS devices for data transfer.
Okay.
So we do everything like things like copying music, but transferring files, folders, documents to and from devices, and enable the iOS devices to work like real computers, where you can have the equivalent of a Finder and store documents and use them.
So you're doing that in kind of a cloud kind of setup, or are you doing that
No,
with
actually,
a table? Or
actually, where we started with USB, just because it's the most fast, the most efficient, and the fastest way to transfer document so far. And we recently introduced Wi-Fi connection, which is really cool because you can wake your devices and transfer some documents to your iPad that's sitting in your briefcase or whatsoever without having to go and wake it up and
turn on.
Yeah. So
it's a little bit of a syncing data transfer kind of approach to it, but something that people can take advantage of in a couple different ways. Are you still connected via USB, or are you doing it only via Wi-Fi now?
Both things work, and it's hot swappable, so you can start a transfer via Wi-Fi and then decide to speed it up because it's a large chunk and you're in a rush, so you speed it up, just plug it in, and then it rushes the transfer.
It automatically just switches it over and just goes
without stalling the connection or anything. It does, and you can do that with the one device and then plug the other one and have a high-speed transfer with one device and have the other one just like lagging in the background in the Wi-Fi with the Wi-Fi. So but the idea is precisely not to have to use a cloud and a lengthy sync process, which needs you to think ahead of what you're gonna do. If you really need to transfer something right on the spot, you got it, and there's no third party involved. It's right locally. Your machines are talking to each other.
Right, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So some of the stuff that we're hearing, coming from Apple and whatnot, what's that do for you? Does it give you some opportunities of new things to be implementing? Are there things you're worried about dealing with? For example, maybe the iCloud transfers and whatnot, and the way that Apple's been doing. So what are your thoughts here now that you're starting to understand what Apple's roadmap for this year looks like?
I think that it's pretty consistent with what they have been doing, like for the past years, in the way that they're really insisting on people using the cloud for their data transfer. And totally dismissing the file system. And this is really good for us because what we offer is precisely the old school or another school of thought. And we are the ones offering a file system type of workflow.
Right, exactly.
And so it's good for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Great. Was there anything more that you wanted to tell us or talk about in here?
I think just one little thing that we saw, and that was just mentioned in the keynote, and we're very much looking forward to see it implemented, is the Airdrop.
Yeah.
Because, as I said, since we offer a kind of a finder in iOS that will probably let people use it for local data transfer in a very elegant way.
Do you,
I guess.
do you believe that that's competition to what you're doing, or do you think?
No, I think it's a real.
Complements it?
Oh yeah, it's because if it all depends on. We will see. Time will tell, but how it works precisely and how we can implement it. But I have a feeling that if it's rather a chance. To be able to share data locally using Airdrop from an iPad to an iPhone, like in a conference or something. It's something really cool.
Cool.
We're looking forward to see it.
Well, Victor, it's good to have you stop by and tell us a little bit about what you guys have going on and what the future is going to hold here a little bit for it. I'm Neil Ticktin. These are the TUAW MacTech interviews with developers. Thanks for watching.